Okay, so I guess I have the need to do one more this time. Look, everybody talks about gun control, whether they're for guns, against guns. Well, the first freedom that we have, which is even more important than gun control, and the reason our forefathers made it first, number one, is the freedom of speech. And that's being attacked in every aspect we can. RT's being attacked, that's attacking the media, which is attacking freedom of speech. Now they're coming after people like me, who, whether we have any aspects or not, we just disagree with our government. So, yeah, freedom of speech is being attacked. Medias are being controlled. That's the most important one, and that's already being attacked. Now let's go to guns. Now, if it was just a matter of protecting your house and hunting and basic stuff like that and protecting yourself, I'd say, yeah, you wouldn't need a machine gun and hold all these rounds. But honestly, I think people do need to have, unlimited rounds and full automatic guns. Not to protect themselves from a criminal, though. I believe you need to protect yourself from the police and the government. Our forefathers gave us that within the right if we were ever to be oppressed by our own government, or other words, because it was supposed to be for the people, by the people, and of the people. That was what they said. And the reason it was supposed to be that way was so that we all had a say, and that we all were okay. But now it's controlled by a minute few of the richest class. So, this is what they gave us that right for, was to, if we ever had to reform a militia. When police officers are killing 10-year-old boys, unarmed, just because of their color, jumping out of a car, and opening fire on your children, people, then yeah, you need a gun. And you should have the right to kill a cop at that point. You're protecting your child or protecting yourself. When cops rape women, just because they feel they have the authority to. When they murder innocent people, just because they feel they have the authority to. Yeah, that's why you need the 5,000 rounds of ammunition and the full automatic M60 and AK-47s and all of those guns. AR-15s, that's why you need them. Should they be full automatic? Hell yeah! Because you know what? What I'm more afraid of than the guy that was in Nevada that shot up all those people, the person who walked into a church and shot up all those people, I'm more afraid of the cops coming in and killing me. Not because I've done anything wrong, just because that's what they do these days. Do you think that little boy did anything wrong that they shot the other week? Hell no. One was on an Indian reservation. One was black, if I remember correctly, or some shit. I didn't hear much about that one. One jumped out of his car and just opened fire. The other one was a boy on an Indian reservation. Technically not supposed to be American property. Are we still oppressing people? Well, let's see. Indian land is not supposed to be American property. The Minnesota pipeline. Does that speak for it? Let's do what we did to the Indians before and have been doing for centuries. That hasn't stopped yet. Does that mean that Americans are good? Hell no. Matter of fact, we ain't changed in the last few hundred years. Matter of fact, all we've done is gotten worse. I'm sorry, but America's evil and the American people are evil. And if shit doesn't change, I hope we get wiped off the face of the planet by something. Because we're the danger to the rest of the world. We're what's going to destroy the world. We're worse than Hitler. Hell, Hillary Clinton is worse than anybody ever could dream of Putin or Trump ever being. And that's who a lot of people say should have won. Well, I'm kind of glad we have Trump, because Hillary Clinton would have been 10 times worse. The American people have a lot to worry about. So do we need guns? Yes, we do. But we don't need guns to protect ourselves. Nothing like what you're thinking about, from protecting yourself from somebody breaking into your house. You need guns to protect yourself from the police that are supposed to protect you. I'm going to tell you a little secret. The police have this thing, it's a motto called, they are supposed to serve and protect the people. Here's the secret. They forgot all about that. They only serve and protect the rich and the powerful of the establishments that destroy the people. That's why in Texas your water might be able to actually come out like a flame. You know, with all the fracking. Yeah, that's why people need to have guns. That's why that right was put there. And that's why we still need that right. You need that right to protect yourself from your own government. Oh, there are going to be a lot of people out there that say, well, we don't really need to. Really? With all the atrocities? Oh, wait. It's okay until they come for you. It's okay until it's your property. It's okay until it's your father, your son, your child. Is that the situation? I'll tell you a little story about Germany. Germany said three things. In Germany, three things happened. First, Hitler said, well, if you have nothing to hide, then you don't care if our people search your houses and know everything about you. Well, they used that to terrorize the very people, because people said okay to this. That was two. They said okay to it. And you had people. And they came and they took, the Jews, and nobody said anything. And then they took another Jew, and nobody said anything. And they took this other person. Nobody said anything until it came for them. And then there was nobody left to say anything. That's how the United States government is turning into. As a matter of fact, it's 10 times worse than that. The Holocaust is going to be nothing compared to what the United States is trying to do to its own people and the rest of the world. We are worse than Hitler could have ever dreamed of being. The United States is. And it is getting worse with our policies and everything else. Maybe the people need to arm themselves and prepare. Maybe you should get together with your buddies and your friends and actually talk about this stuff. Watch RT News. Research this stuff for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Open your brain. Don't be an ignorant person. Sometimes it makes me wonder about people in, the Philippines anytime I ever speak to someone from there. They're all like, well, you should be grateful for your country. Your country is great. Yeah, until you go into a country where if you talk to somebody from a country that we destroyed, no, our country's evil. And I tell them that every day. The United States is worse than Hitler could have ever imagined. We just like to hide it better with better propaganda than he ever could have dreamed of. And that's what the United States does, is they hide shit with propaganda, and then they blame it on other people like the Russians and RT and Sputnik. Well, got news for you. That's what your mainstream media is propaganda. Because, for a very simple, basic reason, if they talked about anything that was really, really bad on those medias, they'd be shut down. So they keep everything cuddly and nice and friendly. There you go, American people. I did my other 10 minutes. Maybe someone will watch it. Maybe someone will come across this. If you can, share it with your friends. I want your friends to see what I say. And maybe, please share it. Maybe, even if you think I'm a complete loon, you research it yourself. Research it yourself. Don't come to the understanding that the American people are great or America's great. Just research it yourself with an open mind and do real research. Don't follow mainstream media. You will have an understanding, and maybe you'll realize what I'm saying isn't bullshit. So if you like this, you believe this, if you don't, whatever, open your mind, research it yourself, please share it, and have your other friends share it so that some people can believe, well, not that they can believe it, so that some people can actually open their minds and research this shit themselves. You might have to go off Google to things like DuckDuckGo and that, just to get the reality of it, because Google censors stuff now. I'm kind of censored here on YouTube because it's part of Google. This is me signing off. Please share this so I can get around. Alright. Smell Wishy signing off. Fuck this. Goodbye.